All right, TV. Tell us about this TV hatch.
This is a Best Buy brand Insignia 55-inch Ultra HD TV, smart TV with Netflix and Amazon. So I'm just heading back from running some quick errands, and this is a beautiful day outside today. I think it's like 47, 48 degrees, which is like amazing for January in Michigan. Anyways, we're pulling up to my place, and we're gonna do a quick little mod on the BMW I've been waiting to do for a long time. Trying to drive stick and film at the same time is pretty hard. I gotta do the old left-handed shifting. But anyways, we're doing a quick mod on the BMW, so I'll show you what that's all about in just a second. Alright, so here's the mod we're putting on the BMW today. This is a lip spoiler from ECS Tuning. As you can see, it's just like primer right now, so we're going to have to paint that. This is just a quick $40 spoiler, and my car is black, so I'm not really too worried about getting a perfect finish on there. So I just bought some black spray paint, and we're going to scuff this up a little bit, give her a quick coat of paint, and then put her on the car. So we'll see you in a sec. So we're just using a 320 grit sandpaper block, basically like this foam stuff I got at AutoZone. I just like to use this instead of sandpaper because it's a little bit easier to use. Cue time lapse in 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright, now we just got some basic spray cleaner and some paper towels. We're going to get the sandpaper dust off of it, and then she'll be ready for paint. We just got done painting the lip, and I went over here to test fit it real quick, and yeah, that's not gonna fit on there. I don't know if we're supposed to curve that ourselves, but this was 4 and E46. There's pictures of it all over online, and that's not even close. And I made sure it was for the sedan, not the coupe or the convertible or anything, so I'm at a loss for words on that. I guess we'll just have to put it off until I figure out what to do. So, kind of lame. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Rocket. I guess you're being shy today. Get out of here. Alright, so the BMW lip spoiler was kind of a fail, so definitely not enough for a whole video. Anyways, I wanted to finish the video up today with some thoughts that I'm having about future cars. Stop biting my feet. I'm gonna kick your ass. Animal abuse is not funny, people. I'm looking for a nicer daily driver that's got a nice interior, is fast, and is as new as possible, obviously. I mean, as new and as low mileage as possible is pretty much unanimously what everyone looks for in a car. Anyways, enough with the blabbering. I'm gonna get to my top I believe it's top 4 at this point. So right off the bat, for the hot hatch category, I guess you could say, it would be a 2011 plus Mini Cooper S. So that's the R56 generation with the newer engine, which is called the N18. And that came out in 2011. So like I said, I want to stay 2011 plus with the Mini Cooper S 6-speed. They make good power, about 190 horsepower, and they weigh about 2,700 pounds. So they're quick, and they're turbos, so you can modify them and make a lot of power. So yeah, that's one of my top choices. It's basically a BMW, so it's got a nice interior, and I've always been kind of a BMW guy, so that's one car I'm really looking forward to. The competitor to that I'm also looking at is a Fiat 500 Abarth. I love the cars. They have so much personality and charm. They're really cool. But at the end of the day, they are a Chrysler product, or an FCA product, I should say. And they're not built to the same degree as BMW and some other cars in the list. So I definitely want to go check one out and see how it is, because the exhaust, the way it looks, you know, it's just a fun little car, and I would love to drive one every day, I feel like. So I'm not going to cancel it out, but it's definitely up there on my list, and I want to go test drive one before I make any bigger decisions. So yeah, so the Mini and the Abarth are my like hot hatch considerations. And then the next two to complete my top four are completely on the other side of the spectrum in terms of being more heavy but more powerful cars than the Mini and the Abarth. So that would be the 2005 to 2010 Dodge Charger RT. I'm, again, not a huge fan of these cars when I first think about them, because of those, you know, horrible interiors, just a lot of plastic and stuff, and they're 4,000 pounds, and you know, we all know the stereotypes about Chargers and stuff. So I'm gonna give it a fair shake, and mostly what I like about the Charger is the engine. In the RT, you get the 5.7 Hemi, which makes about 340 horsepower and 390 torque stock in the older ones, and with a, you know, some bolt-ons, you can be making above 400 really easily. And then they're also just really comfortable, and I do a lot of highway driving, and I like a nice comfortable car. So if I can get over the cheap interior and the stigma that comes around with Chargers, I'm definitely going to look into buying one of those. And then kind of just as a side note, that would be the 300 Chrysler 300 SRT, which happens to be the same price as the Charger RT, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's just because people don't like the 300 as much as the Charger or whatever, but the SRT is about the same price, around $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, and that obviously has the 6.1 Hemi, which makes about 90 more horsepower. So that's another car I'm considering. And then to finish up my top four, I'm looking at a couple different BMWs, but they're all kind of similar in that they're like the same kind of era, and the rear-wheel drive and the straight six engines in them, because I really like the car I have right now, the 325 Xi. It's a really fun car, but I need more power. So the cheapest option I'm looking at out of all these would be an E46 330i, which is basically my car with a bigger engine in it and nothing else, essentially. So that would be a nice upgrade for me. It would only cost about $1,000 or $2,000 once I sell this to upgrade to that. So that might be one, but I'm looking to get something newer, I think. So I haven't taken that off my list of cars, but I'm still leaning towards something newer. And so that would be like a E90 slash E92 330i, also basically the next generation 3 Series BMW. Those make about 255 horsepower with the what's it, S or N52 engine. Regardless, it's a straight six, makes like 260 horsepower. It's a really good car. And yeah, so that's basically my list. Essentially, it's the hot hatches, the Mini and the Abarth. Then there's the Charger RT and the 300 SRT, and then a newer BMW 3 Series 330 or above. So I'm going to put a poll up here and on my Instagram, and I want to hear which car you guys would like to see more. I will definitely take your guys' opinions into consideration here, because I am so torn between all four of these cars, and I've driven the Mini and a 330 BMW, but I've never driven a Charger RT or a Fiat 500 Abarth. So I'm going to start by driving those two. I'm going to try and make videos about them if the dealership will let me, and I'm definitely going to put those on the channel. So basically, this is the start of my new car search, and I want to hear all your guys' feedback on YouTube, in the comments, on Instagram. But I hope you guys are excited to see a new car on the channel and to get some content that you may have never seen before. So like I said, give me some recommendations, fill out the poll, and I'm excited to see what you guys think. So I'll see you in the next video, and take it easy. Peace.